All right, guys, how you doing? We're back with our daily 1 p.m. stream. How you doing, Joseph?
Hey, Ben. Doing well, man. Doing very well. Happy to be here again.
This is great. Our morning calls killed it. Again, first, I got to point out Carvana. Carvana, if you're with us since early May, if you're a VIP over at StoryTrading, we noted the inflection point in the fundamentals at $10. when it crossed $16 at the 50-week moving average, we gave you a price target of 30s to 50s, and we stuck with that. We had many, many shows talking about the 30s to 50s price target, and these were the top of the two candles you're looking at. Top of this candle, 58.06. Top of this candle, 57.32. Those were the targets. What was the high of the day? 56.92. And pre-market, it did hit 58. So unbelievable call on Carvana. We stuck with it. Many, many shows. We validated that price target using Fibonacci analysis with Rex over at the Rexman show we do every Thursday at 12 p.m. So that was just an incredible call on Carvana. All right, what else going on today? You know, we have to kind of maybe jump around a little bit because there's a few things from our morning show which is just killing it. CLBR is just one of them. We just did a show doing fundamental analysis. This was one of our top picks yesterday morning at $10.40. We stuck with it today. It's up 45% at the moment. Okay, there's a D-SPAC. The D-SPAC vote happened at 10 a.m. this morning. The results have not been press released yet. Donald Trump Jr. is pumping the crap out of this thing. Tomorrow morning, ticker symbol change. I think the peak in the price could be tomorrow morning. Okay, this is crazy. Let me see. I'm going to share another screen with you over here, actually. Share screen. We're going to go to my desktop chart here. And all right, so we just did look at this, beautiful. Now, it's hard to do technical analysis on this. This is really about kind of timing, market psychology to get your exit. Okay, and that's why I think the peak is going to be tomorrow morning. We did this also with Rumble. When CFBI switched to Rumble, we predicted the peak would be on the open tomorrow morning, and it was. It opened at like $15, $16, and then went straight down. One of the factors in your favor holding this into tomorrow morning is that tomorrow morning a bunch of folks will not be able to sell this. So there's going to be artificially low liquidity, artificially low supply, not liquidity, artificially low supply tomorrow morning because a lot of brokerages, they will not be set up with the new QSIP number. The ticker symbol is going to be changing to PSQ or PSQH. So this is exciting, and I'm still bullish on it until tomorrow morning. I think that's probably when I'd want to be out of this tomorrow morning. I don't know where it's going to peak out. It's really hard to predict where it's going to peak out. With Chris Tuttle from SPACVest, and we found out here that the market cap you want to use, the enterprise value you want to use here is about 40 million shares times this 1360 we're currently at. So we're talking about like a $640 million enterprise value. It is a little bit rich from a fundamental perspective. So I do think you see the shorts coming in, but they may not really have an impact until tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of hype around this tomorrow as well. They're going to be ringing the opening bell, I believe, tomorrow morning. I think the New York Stock Exchange, one of the exchanges, they're going to be ringing the opening bell. So I don't know that you want to chase it here, but dips are probably buyable, and this thing's just going to have an upward bias through this afternoon, after hours tonight, pre-market tomorrow, right up until the open, and then you probably want to be all out shortly after the open or at the open. That's the play that I am advising on this. It could be totally off, but that's based on my experience, how these things trade. Okay.
Yeah. I just want to say, Ben, I think what I love about being part of StoryTrading, I mean, I know now we have the fund and we're working closely together, but initially what I loved about being part of StoryTrading was the fact that I know about trades like this. Like before, trading on my own, listening to a bunch of people online, it's harder to have conviction to play something like this. But when you have someone like you with major experience giving me, you know, the actual trade and how to do it, it's beautiful. And look, it's worked beautifully today. It's been one of our, with a small allocation, making big gains. So yeah, just, you know, shout out to everybody out there who's looking for some major, you know, trade ideas and how to play it. This is StoryTrading beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you for that. All right, let's go back to our list. So that's looking good. Look at that. Beautiful. All right.
Great.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the story with CLBR. This morning we gave you CRM, though, as our top pick. And that did work out. If you got in pre-market with us, about 232, 233. We actually jumped on call options at the open and got 100% move on the call options. That's like the second day in a row. Then we got like 100% remove yesterday on PanW, which is our top pick. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
I think that was Monday. That was Monday, yeah.
And that was Monday. That was another 100% move on the options that we got. And we let you know in the morning, hey, like this stock like this could be good for options. So this one had the news on monetizing Salesforce with ChatGPT products, Einstein, they call it. That's the day after Microsoft said that they're monetizing $50 a month for access to their AI-enabled Office products. Now, our number 2 pick for the day was NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Google. We kind of grouped them as one continuation, and that's been tough. Down sharply. The markets are still holding up. Why is this down sharply? It seems to be associated with Apple. Now, I don't know if Apple has their own chips, their own AI chips. I know they have some of their own chips for the iPhones. Are those the chips that they're using? So Apple announcing that they're releasing a competing product temporarily, at least called Apple GPT. So this is causing, understandably, Microsoft and Google to take a hit, unfortunately, because we are in Microsoft and Google. NVIDIA, again, why is NVIDIA down with this group? I don't know if it's warranted or not, because I don't know if Apple has their own AI chip that they're using, or they're going to have to get their chips from NVIDIA for these AI features. So I don't know, but at least that's the explanation here for NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Google being down. Microsoft's still holding this level over here. By the way, I don't think an Apple GPT product is going to impact the news yesterday for Microsoft at all. Office, like there's no Apple Office. There's no competing product in terms of Apple Office or anything like that. So this is a sentiment reaction here, and I think Microsoft probably still definitely good long term. Hopefully short term it's going to hold this breakout level. You can see the previous high here of about 351 or so would be a major support I'd like to keep. And also you have the moving average here about 353. We'd like that to hold, but no guarantees. So some risk involved holding these stocks right now. Microsoft, Google, and NVIDIA. So that was the group of second stocks we gave you. It was CRM, then these groups, and then the third one was RRGB. This has been a swing play. We flagged it this morning since last week. We said, hey, strong pre-market action, getting ready to break out. This is just brilliant. It's going to 18. I mean, enough said. Just based on that chart, it's going to 18. But we gave you, if you're a VIP, you've been with us, you know the story. You know the fundamentals, the catalyst, the sentiment driving RRGB. We're getting it in ahead of the technical breakout by considering other things from a multidisciplinary approach. That's RRGB. All right, we noted a couple other things with news this morning and strong price action, Unity, Plug. Now, these were not. Now we're kind of exiting the realm of our top picks. Our top picks are ones we covered from the morning show. CLBR was just down lower on the risk because lower on the list because of the risk profile, not because we thought it wouldn't go up. I had very, very strong conviction the last couple of days that this thing's going to explode, and I still have very strong conviction that this is going to continue to be buyable, and we could see possibly even much higher prices. So, but I put that further down the list because we do it small size because it's highly risky. So that's why that's down here. So Plug, looking for the breakout on Plug. I don't know Unity well, by the way. I flagged the news this morning. I don't know it well, so I didn't have a strong recommendation for you guys. The news looks significant here, building a beta program for Apple Vision Pro. That was the news there, but didn't really push it since I really don't know the factors that go behind that. I need to know a company fairly well to be able to predict what kind of impact will a catalyst have on the price action. So that one was a kind of a throwaway, let you know about it, but didn't really push it hard. Then we have Plug looking for a breakout. No news yet, but man, it's trying desperately. Higher lows as it tries to cross the 200 DMA. Sorry, Joseph, you wanted to say something?
No, yeah, just agreeing with you. It's really trying hard, man. This is like the third day. Every day this week, it's been really trying to break above that 200 moving average. It's
yeah, we have a large swing position in this, looking for a move to 15 to 20 at these moving averages right here. I'd feel much better about it if we had news to take it to the next level, but it looks like that news that we picked up on, we got into this at $11.80 on that big news, 100 megawatt project. So it's just riding that. It looks like a series of higher lows. So hopefully that news is enough to take it over.
The 200 DMA, by the way, is now showing me 1307. So it's been coming down. You know, it looks like it could be that it closes above that today. Let's have a look. Let's see what it does.
Yeah, the close is very important. If it closes above that, that's definitely a good signal. And then if we close above the 50 week moving average, then boom, you're heading towards that 1920 target, which we've been talking about. All right.
1506.
Yep.
Okay.
Overstock pulling back. Haven't changed my opinion. Still looking for 35 to 42 on this. Chart wise, it does look like, not pretty necessarily looking at this pullback, and they start looking down here at $30 support. So that could happen, but I'm not changing my opinion or my position on Plug. We got huge catalyst coming next month on Bed Bath & Beyond rebranding. All right, and look, these stocks are lower on the list, not doing as well. We did let you know about DermTech this morning. DermTech up 14%. Hold on, looks like we have a comment here. Let me just take a look at what this is. Oh, Vince is very happy. I don't know what he's happy about. That was 1:01 p.m. He's very happy about Carvana because Vince actually did a great job executing on it. We were all over this story at $10, at $16 with the big price targets. Unfortunately, we didn't play it that much. I mean, we're managing a hedge fund now, and I just, we try to get stocks that we have strong conviction about the fundamentals. And if we don't have strong conviction about the fundamentals, we usually either do it in small size or avoid. So we had the call, we had the prediction. So for those of you who have a different risk profile, you get the benefit from being a VIP, and you got the early call on Carvana, and Vince just played it incredibly, held it the entire way through. Congratulations, Vince. Smiley face, his very happy man. Good job, Vince. All right. So let's see what else we got. Going back down through this list. And really nothing else to note. Now we got earnings. Okay, so we're going down the list. We got Netflix, Tesla, Rel, IBM earnings. These are all tonight. Okay, Netflix, Tesla, Rel, IBM earnings are all tonight. We don't really play earnings. We do have a long-term position in Tesla, so we're holding that, definitely. Netflix, I'm not sure. We might hold just a small common share position. Honestly, I think Netflix earnings are going to beat. I think the stock is probably headed to $540. The RSI is relatively low here on the monthly, but like I said, I don't do earnings bets, but I would not be surprised at all to see the stock approaching 540 in the next couple of days on an earnings beat or a guidance beat, because they've had some very significant policy changes that is really very impactful to revenue in terms of password sharing, in terms of charging for different profiles. So things are looking really good for Netflix. Maybe it deserves a longer term position so you can hold through earnings, but as a swing or trade or an options bet, personally, I kind of avoid earnings. Might be the wrong decision. That's how we play it, because we got to manage our downside. Yosef, if you want to say something.
Yeah, I agree. No, I think it's one of the best rules, and we've been able to stick to that, like not to play earnings.
Yeah, I mean, we had NVIDIA call options like for the week before earnings, and then we're like, okay, we have a rule, we can't play earnings, so we close out our NVIDIA call options the week before earnings. I mean, they would have been up like 10,000% or something crazy. Yeah. All right. Anyway,
no, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I digress. Okay. So in any case, let's go back to our list of stocks. So Rel is one I feel very strong about. It is a large long-term position for us. It's just very cheap, high growth in their green energy sector. On our interactive Zoom today for our VIPs, if you want to be with us, you can join via our app, get a free trial, storytrading.com/app. Every Wednesday, we do a 1-hour interactive Zoom, and it happens to coincide. It's a due diligence. It's an interactive thing, collaborative, right? You tell us what stocks you like. We research a stock together. But today, we're going to be busy looking at earnings on Netflix, Tesla, IBM, and Rel. By the way, IBM looks really good ahead of these earnings. Nice chart. Does. Do we have a small position in our long-term account in IBM? I think we might.
We have something small. I'm not sure where it is, but we have something small.
Yeah, I think we do. I think we have it because this one, like Google, I mean, I think in terms of the AI pops and stuff, I think IBM and Google have a little bit more to go in terms of AI news, and Amazon, by the way. All right, I digress. Rel, I like the best for earnings. I know this company really well. We've interviewed the CEO. I know the fundamentals. The PE is really, really low at 8.71. Very high growth in their green energy sector. So this is something that we have a very nice size long-term position in that we're willing to hold through earnings. So we'll see what happens together on the Zoom at 4 p.m. And if they have a big beat, we might add some swing shares. I'd rather buy higher after I get validation of earnings. And that's for Rel. And we told you again about DermTech this morning, a little bit of news. This might be, and I told you this morning, this could be the next Exact Sciences. This could be, it's a 100 million market cap. One day, this could be 10, 20, $50 billion market cap. So this is kind of like a lotto that I like. Have it in my IRA as a lotto, a small amount, and we'll see what happens. It's definitely possible. A little bit of nice insurance news for coverage on their product to detect skin cancer early, very similar to Exact Sciences, detecting colon cancer early. So now DermTech, we're detecting skin cancer early. So big, huge opportunity for DermTech, up 15% today on that enhanced insurance coverage. All right, that's all covered this morning on the morning show. There's some other price action going on here. There's a downgrade in Joby, an upgrade in ACHR in the eVTOL sector. Sen's got a downgrade this morning, a 50-cent target. So actually we reduced our position on that a little bit. Go EV continuing to do well. There's a nice technical breakout. We're not in it because I'm worried about capital raises on that. I'll dive into this once they raise enough money. So 94-cent target on Go EV just in technicals alone, but not for us at this time. Doesn't have all the pillars. And then let's see. Well, that's how we kind of missed out on Carvana a little bit. But hey, we got to have a process, and that's our process. So RXRX doing great. There's that NVIDIA AI play. This broke out today, this morning at 1432. Then 15 was your resistance after 1432. Broke out at 15, and it's going. And wow, where do we go from here? Let's go to the monthly chart. It's cleared all of these candles, and now you're playing with this candle here. What's the top of this candle? It's about $18 or so. Do we see another candle resistance in this area? Maybe this is your next resistance possibility to the upside. But we're not currently playing that. We wrote it a little bit for a nice little gain.
I just want to say we really timed Pan W right. Also on the exit today, we had held a few calls, since Monday, and we sold it today above 250, and that was beautiful.
Oh, good job. Nice. Yeah, it failed this 20 DMA, so it's good to be out now. So we got in early, right, at 243 on this, and our target was initially the 20 DMA, and then it's like if it broke the 20 DMA, maybe we're going all-time highs here, or at least all-time highs. So we got the bulk of that move. It's having trouble with the 20 DMA, so we're out. Nicely done. Great execution on that, Joseph. Good job.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right, let's see if there's any questions over here. Don't see any. CLBR pulling back. So zoom in a little bit on that. So this will continue to be very interesting. I really do believe that this stock will kind of crash at some point tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Is it going to be the next day? I doubt it. I think it's going to be tomorrow. I think tomorrow, from a very high level, we'll see. This will have some sort of big crash at some point. So very fun stock to trade if you can execute it right. So that's going to be high on our list to continue trading.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here to look at. And
CLBR kind of matched.
Wow, look at this anticipation. We got some nice IBM earnings anticipation going on over here. This is a nice little chart. And I think we're looking at the target up here, if they have good earnings, is going to be the top of this candle, 140. That's your target on IBM if their earnings are going to be good this afternoon. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just looking at CLBR. It's kind of looking similar to yesterday, where it had that pop around. I mean, yesterday was a bit later in the day. They had a big pop, and now it's pulling back slightly, and maybe it's going to crash a little again, and then tomorrow morning again go at it. It's kind of really volatile. It's incredible.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think at this point, you know what, this move here, this is just guessing at this point, just based on my experience. I'm not sure you're going to see a move like this until tomorrow. Because this was the $10 floor breaking right here. The $10 floor broke because yesterday is when they put the PR out, or is like the night before, right? They put the PR out of the redemption deadline. So once that redemption deadline passed, assuming that the vote would pass today, I think the market is assuming at this point, yeah, the vote's going to pass. So effectively, this redemption deadline is gone. So now we can short the stock to below 10, right? I think that's that move he got. So we already kind of had that move. And given all the hype that's happening around the stock today, and with Donald Trump Jr. pushing this, and with the Tucker Carlson deal, and the ringing the bell tomorrow morning, and the ticker symbol changing, I would have less of an expectation that it's going to break below 10 today. I think that may be more likely, if it's going to happen, maybe more likely tomorrow after some sort of blow off top in the morning. But of course, this is all just a bit of speculation and imagination right now on CLBR.
Man, I'm so happy. Like, look at CRM. It's such a great trade. And we kind of identified this as something that you wanted to play for the day because it was hot, I guess, on the day. And man, that's incredible. 100% gain, and it's back basically where we bought it. Incredible.
Yeah, we're going to be increasing options trading. We're going to be increasing options trading on these mega cap names with catalysts in the morning. We're finding that we're very, very good at that. So why not? Why not try some options? We've had 2 successful 100% options moves this week on PNW and CRM. So I think we're going to keep doing that.
Yeah, looking forward.
All right, let's see what else is going on. I think that's it. Any questions? Any comments? I see the audience is growing, but I'm basically done with all my comments. Let's just check the news together, see if there's anything going on here in the last 20 minutes. Oh, SPCE, they're having their second flight, but first private flight. Ahead of that private flight, a little bit of a move, but we got lots going on, so we didn't have time for that one. All right, guys, keep an eye on RRGB. I really like that, man. Wow, this is like kind of like the bonus. I haven't stopped salivating over this since last week. Have you noticed?
I have noticed, yeah.
This stock is just beautiful. Unbelievable. I love it. All right, guys. We'll see you today at 4 p.m. on Zoom to cover all those earnings. In order to find us, go to storytrading.com/app, create your profile. It's very quick, 1, 2, 3, and you get access to a free trial. And we're going to part ways with you by showing a little explainer video on what story trading is. Thank you, Joseph. We'll see you at 4 p.m.
You. Okay. Yep. See you.
Bye.
It's not easy to understand why stocks go up and down, but even in volatile markets, there's always a discoverable and logical reason behind price action. Story trading is a social investing community of investors who share information to uncover the hidden stories behind the trade through the 4 pillars of fundamentals, catalyst, sentiment, and technicals. All price action can be understood through the lens of these pillars, allowing for a holistic view that empowers better decision-making. Only by understanding markets can you beat them. Join our community today and start making sense of markets.